This is the Brown Boy Wonder podcast.
Voice crack on the snap.
You heard that by Kirk Cousins. It's time for our divisional round pickups.
Let's get into
it. I'm here with Wali and Zoha. How are you guys doing today?
We're good. We're live in the flesh in the, what do you call this state?
We call it the Lone Star
We're
State.
in the Lone Star State. All the way from the Garden State. Back out here live in Dallas, Texas. It's freezing cold here.
Good to be back, though.
Good to be back, but it's freezing cold.
Yes,
Came
sir.
at the worst time possible.
Yes, sir. Well, Wally, do you have the record for last week?
I do. Let me pull up my sheet. Abrar, unfortunately, kind of split the games last week, 3-3, with your upset picks.
Really?
Didn't really pan out for you.
Oh, okay.
Fortunately for myself, I went 5-1.
Okay.
The Buccaneers one really tainted my clean slate.
Okay.
But that's the picks from last week. Again, I come up on top.
Yeah, I mean, it's a wild card weekend, right? We don't know who to expect to win, but we got our picks. But let's get into our first round, divisional round here. We got the Texans against the Ravens. Man, who do you got? Or who do you guys got?
Well, Texans have come really far with C.J. Stroud and D'Amico Ryans in that wild card round against the Browns. No one was expecting that kind of blowout. Expected them to win, but not that far. He did take 5 sacks from different players in, I guess, that loss against that Ravens back in week 1. And I do see the Ravens kind of coming up on top here. Although it's a good story for the Texans moving forward, Ravens are too powerful. And what you need in the playoffs is a good run game and a great defense, which both Ravens have at this point. I like C.J. Stroud's story. I think it'll be closer than what people expected, but Lamar Jackson's going to be too much with Zay Flowers and Odell on that team. I'm picking the Ravens here.
Ravens. Okay.
Likewise, I'm going to go with Ravens. I believe I remember the Texans were beat by the Jets once this season.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Shout out.
And then the Ravens, I don't really see them losing too frequently. I also want to add for the beginning of this podcast that this is only my second year of watching NFL. So last season was my first full season that I watched all throughout, and now this is my second one.
I mean, that's great. Yeah, I mean, well, it's their rookie year, right?
Yeah.
As watching the NFL.
I
But,
still have opinions, though, so it's okay.
hey, your opinions count.
They matter.
Yeah.
They matter. Okay, you guys are picking Ravens. I'm also agreeing with Ravens. Yeah, it's a shock. It's a total shocker. You got Lamar Jackson. He's the MVP candidate of this season, except for CMC. But yeah, Ravens is all the way, man. I don't know what to say else. You guys kind of point out everything out, but yeah, I'm going with Ravens.
Next up, we got the Packers at the Niners. How do we feel about this team?
Which team? Oh, this matchup.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so, 49ers, Packers. Packers coming from that great victory against, who they faced? The Cowboys. Terrible. Cowboys are literally the worst team to be in the playoffs.
Shout out, Dak.
Yeah, they choke a lot. But I feel like that was a lucky victory by the Packers. Going against the 49ers, man, Brock Purdy, CMC, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, they're going strong. But, upset pick. I'm picking the Packers here.
Oh.
What about you guys?
I was going to go Niners. I think they're just really showing up this season and last season. They just have a pretty good reputation.
Well, guys, the most frequent playoff matchup is winning. 49ers will be a multi-dimensional problem for the Packers defense, which still allowed 510 yards against the Cowboys. Albeit most of that was Dallas was, way behind mode.
Yeah.
The Packers need to force uncharacteristic turnovers from Brock Purdy. Kyle Shanahan, however, will be a patient behind a strong running game led by Christian McCaffrey. I mean, honestly, that's going to just open up the middle of the field for George Kittle in the perimeter, right? So San Francisco will play from ahead, which will put more pressure on Jordan Love to kind of keep pace. But in order for Green Bay to have success, they need Aaron Jones, man. They know that the 49ers are 10-1 when they allow 100 yards rushing, when they allow 100 rushing yards or less.
Yeah.
And I know Love's fantastic performance last week was uncharacteristic.
Sure.
But there will be more pressure from the San Francisco's edge rushers on 3rd and long, especially if San Francisco takes the early lead. I think I'm going to go with San Francisco here. They're 6-0 against the spread. And I don't see them taking L at home. That defense is going to be too much for Jordan Love and company.
I mean,
A lot to back that up.
yeah,
all from my brain.
yeah. I mean, that's a good statement. Okay, well, we'll see what happens there. The next matchup is the Buccaneers and the Lions. Zoha, what do you got here?
I'm gonna say Lions.
Okay.
And this time I don't really have much explanation for that. So, but I want to go Lions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who knew this would be a playoff matchup between a pair of former number 1 picks? These teams met back in week 6.
Right.
The Lions won 20-6 on the road.
Mm.
This will be even a tougher task for Tampa at a revved up Ford Field.
Yeah.
Especially if Jared Goff repeats what he did in that first matchup.
Oh man,
He went off.
Yeah.
He had like 350 yards, pair of touchdown passes, and I'm on Ross St. Brown. He went off as well.
Mm-hmm.
That duo, was better than good in that wild card victory against the Rams. Baker Mayfield, on the other hand, he's going to be fired up as well.
Mm-hmm.
He put on a stellar performance against the Eagles last week.
Yeah, he did.
And honestly, I see them having a chance if Mike Evans kind of performs well and Baker Mayfield gets him the ball.
Okay.
But honestly, it can happen either way. Lions secondary is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think what's going to be a key factor here is Tampa Bay's ability to run the ball down the field with Rachaad White. If that trend repeats itself, then Detroit's line is going to get them with Aiden Hutchinson. But I'm going to go upset here. Buccaneers on the road. They have some salty taste in their mouth from that week 6 loss.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be even motivated to get this done against Detroit, and Jared Goff is going to look like a shell of himself. Buccaneers in an upset.
Okay. Well, I did say I've been saying this whole season. Baker Mayfield is the next Tom Brady. I've been saying that, right? So I might have to chew my own mouth. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense.
Whoa,
No.
PG.
Chew my own words.
I'm gonna chew my own words. Thank you, so. I'm gonna pick the Lions. Even though I did say that, I think not for Tom Brady. Sorry, Baker Mayfield. He's gonna crumble, but he doesn't know how to face the spotlight here in this divisional round. While Baker Mayfield rubbed his eyes, Goff overcoming this win. They need this win. You see Dan Campbell, right? You see him.
He be biting kneecaps, baby.
Not even kneecaps. He's yelling at the referees, saying the calls are on them, right?
He is definitely bold.
Now I have an important question.
Yeah.
Does anyone think Jared Goff looks like Ryan Gosling?
100%.
Oh,
So it's not just me.
he is the football version of
Okay, good.
Ryan.
Yeah,
I have nothing to worry about then. It's not just me.
he is Ken.
He is Ken.
He is Ken.
And will he be Kenough?
Oh, good point.
That might be the title of this episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going with Lions. Now the big matchup here, the granddaddy of them all. The granddaddy of them all. We got the Chiefs Bills playoff rematch. You know what happens to the Bills? Josh Allen did not have his chance to in that overtime game, right? But Wali, you go ahead. Who do you got here?
This is a great rematch of that divisional matchup a few years back.
Yeah.
Only difference maker in this matchup is Mahomes. He's going to be on the road this time.
Yes.
First road game for Mahomes in his playoff career, which is crazy since he's been playing for about 6 years.
Yeah.
Buffalo did beat Kansas City 20-17 back in week 14, and that was part of their stride in that 5-6 game win streak that they were on. Who remembers that offside call on Kadarius Toney? Like, that was basically the difference factor of why we're playing this game in Buffalo.
His toe.
His toe. Literally, Tony and his toe.
Yeah.
It was a tight game. And while the attention is on Mahomes and Allen, this might end up being a defensive struggle. I expect this to be a low-scoring game. Neither team really generated a strong running game in that first matchup. And the Bills dominated time of possession, which was key.
Mm-hmm.
Both running backs have been good. James Cook and Isaiah Pacheco. Shout out Garden State Rutgers.
Pacheco.
They've been killing it with their teams.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a matter of who's going to be performing well. And if James Cook can get going at home, I definitely see Buffalo winning. And as I mentioned, the Bills have been on a streak ever since Sean McDermott and Josh Allen have been on the same page and with their mission and their flight attack. So I'm thinking.
Go ahead.
I like the Bills here at home.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, although they beat Miami last week in a convincing fashion, receivers did their job.
That's a good game.
I don't see them replicating that this week against the Bills.
Mm.
I think that home crowd's going to be too much.
Mm.
Salty bitterness taste from a few years ago is going to resonate with the Bills fans.
Yeah.
I just like the Bills here. With Josh Allen just on a different turbo mode. That 50-yard touchdown he had last week was crazy.
Gotcha.
I think Bills Mafia is going to take it all the way.
Are they going to break some tables along the way?
Break some tables, smash into things, motivate others.
In that fashion?
So
I think the Bills.
This is a home game for Bills?
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, I was gonna agree. I think the Bills got this one. I think Chiefs are under a lot of pressure this season, and it's getting to them. But yeah, Bills also happen to be my second favorite team after the Jets.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm also agreeing with you guys as well. The Bills are the team. Wide receivers for Chiefs are not there. Like you said, Kadarius Toney. I believe that Sean McDermott knows what he's doing with his offense. So I'm going with the Bills here as well. All right, guys. How do you guys are feeling about your picks?
I'm feeling great, man. I think I'm gonna go undefeated this week.
Really?
Yeah.
It's only 4 games.
I like my chances.
All right. Well, till then, next week it's gonna be the conference episode. Now, hopefully we'll we'll get somewhere with these picks.
Are we all gonna miss football when it's over?
Oh, this is where it gets depressing. The less games, the more depression strikes in.
So no more Sundays? Is that what's happening?
That's basically.
After February 11th, no more Sundays.
So we can have Sunday brunches instead.
All right, I think we need it.
Shout out to Sunday brunches. But I always want to say shout out to my brother-in-law's college football team, the Michigan Wolverines.
Go blue.
Go blue. Go blue. And until then, guys.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Peace.